Hello and welcome to the League of Legends Roundup for July 5th, where I covered the two series that took place in the LPL this morning. If you haven't watched one of my videos before, I take the notes, saving you the time in the instance that you are not awake for the games, you don't care enough to want to watch the games, which is fine. I completely understand that. You just want to know who won and how it went. That's what this is for. I also will have my VCS preview later today, as well as my sneak peek for tomorrow's games in the LPL and LCK, where you can predict who will win, as well as, get a brief idea of what's going on. So, IG versus LNG. LNG really took it to IG in this two-game series, totaling 42-13 in kills. LNG would actually not get first blood, though. At 5 minutes, IG would go top lane to get a kill. LNG respond by going top lane, getting one themselves. IG say, fine, when you're top, we'll take a Hex Tech. At 8 minutes, IG take the Rift Herald. LNG winning the fight prior to that 3-2, but IG's health bars were in better shape. LNG, though, at 9 minutes would go mid, then go bot. IG would take a Cloud. At 14 minutes, laning phase ends with LNG up 6-3. Gold is tied, and Tarzan is 2-0-4 on a Poppy. I did say in my sneak peek, I felt like it was Tarzan versus June in this matchup, and they gave June his pocket pick in Nidalee, which had a 100% ban rate throughout the split, despite Nidalee being off meta. Teams did not want to play June's Nidalee. They gave it to him, and he still lost out to Tarzan. 16 minutes, Ale would solo kill June. Ale on the Gnar, June on the Nidalee. LNG would get a pick. LNG then take an Ocean. At 20 minutes, LNG win a fight in mid 5-2. Light, Ale, and Yukai all with doubles. LNG would then take another Ocean. At 25 minutes, Doinby and Ale would both get double kills as LNG win a fight 4-0 to give themselves a 6.5k gold lead and the Baron. At this point, they're up 17-5 in kills. Ale is 6-2-8 on the Gnar. And then they end at 27 minutes, 3-1 in bot. Tarzan with the double. Final score, like you see here, 20-6. Ale ends up being MVP, by the way. Dominated game 1 and did well in game 2. In game 2, LNG get a 2v2 kill at 3 minutes. IG dive top lane, 1-for-1, not even a minute later. LNG would take a mountain after pick at 6 minutes, and then at 9 minutes, go bot and top simultaneously for kills. Ale would solo kill Yukai at 10 minutes. Ale on a Gnar once again. Yukai on an Azir. That would get washed out 1-for-1. LNG take a Cloud. IG go top. And at 12 minutes, laning phase ends. LNG up 6-3 in kills once again. But this time, 2.5k gold ahead, and Light has 3 of the 6 kills. LNG then go top. IG go bot. At 16 minutes, LNG go to Hextech Soul Point after winning a fight 2-0. The teams would exchange picks. And then at 22 minutes, there would be a fight for the Hextech Soul. LNG getting it 1-0. 24 minutes, LNG win a fight 4-0. Ale with a double to secure Baron, giving them a 7k lead. At this point, LNG are up 15-5 in kills. Tarzan is 3-0-7 on the Poppy once again. 26 minutes, LNG attempted a 2v1 on Doinby in bot lane and failed. The bot laners of IG both dying to Doinby's Gragas. And off of that, LNG would end, pushing 2-0, final score 22-7. Series 2, Weibo versus Anyone's Legend. This was a tight one in the standings. Weibo 8th in my power rankings, 22nd Anyone's Legend. I'm going to say I would be embarrassed if I am Weibo's coaching staff, general manager. I don't know what the hell happened between Game 1 and Game 2, but this was embarrassing. Losing is one thing, but the way in which they did was pretty because especially in game 1, Weibo crushed Anyone's Legend in game 1. So at 5 minutes, Weibo go mid, Anyone's Legend takes a Cloud, and that's all that would happen during laning phase. Weibo up 1-0, 2.5k gold. Weibo take a Hex Tech, then they go mid, they go top. At 20 minutes, Weibo win a fight 5-1, Wanfeng with a triple on Jin to secure Mountain, and now they're up 8.5k gold after winning this fight around the Mountain, 8-1 in kills. Angel would solo kill Betty. Angel on a Silas, Betty on Senna. That would set up Prio over Baron, which Weibo would win the fight 4-2. Forge with both kills for Anyone's Legend. And Weibo take the Baron, giving them a 12k gold lead. Because Forge lived, however, he would take a Mountain. And then at 29 minutes, Weibo end 4-1, Angel with a double. Final score 17-4. Weibo crushed Anyone's Legend in Game 2. So I could even go as far to say, okay, in Game 2 here, you underestimate Anyone's Legend. You crushed them in Game 1. Weibo does have a little int in them. Azir in top lane for the Shy failed on its face, just like Anivia did. However, the rest of the team was inting in a way that was just like SFM was just inting his face off, and so was On. And at 7 minutes, Anyone's Legend takes a Mountain 1-0. They'd get a couple kills bot lane. Weibo take a Hex Tech. At 15 minutes, Weibo take Rift Herald. Anyone's Legend gets a kill on the turn. 17 minutes, Anyone's Legend wins a fight for Cloud 2-1. And laning phase ends around 20 minutes. Anyone's Legend up 6-1, 1.5k gold. Zhao Hao was 3-0-3 at the time on a Wukong. Zhao Hao ends up being MVP for what he did in Game 3, but I thought he played a very good series, as SFM just literally just started playing with his eyes shut. At 20 minutes, Anyone's Legend wins a fight 2-0. Take the Baron, win the fight afterwards 2-1, gives them a 4k lead. They use the Baron to go to Cloud Soul Point. At 26 minutes, ZDZ would solo kill SFM in mid, as SFM would int under turret. ZDZ on the GP. Anyone's Legend take a second Baron at 29 minutes, giving them an 8k lead after getting a pick. Weibo would then take a Cloud to prevent Cloud Soul at 30 minutes. Anyone's Legend win the fight afterwards 3-0. Forge with a double. Anyone's Legend by this point are up 16-2. Betty is 6-0-4. And they end in a final fight 32 minutes, 4-1. So I can give Weibo the, while you underestimate them after crushing them Game 1, you get crushed Game 2. That happens all the time. And with Weibo, I'm not surprised. Weibo's very int. But in Game 3, they didn't shake it off. Like, literally, they just inted more. Like, honest to God, it was embarrassing. At 5 minutes, Anyone's Legend gets a kill in the jungle. Forge would outplay a gank at 6 minutes. In 9 minutes, Anyone's Legend secures Rift Herald 1-0. They take a mountain. They get a 2v2 kill. Weibo would get 2 kills in the jungle at 15 minutes. At 16 minutes, the Shy would solo kill ZDZ. The Shy on Gnar, ZDZ on Fiora. And laning phase would end at 16 minutes. Anyone's Legend up 4-3. But Weibo has a 3k gold lead. So Weibo should win this game. Weibo take a Hex Tech. They take a Rift Herald 4-0 at 18 minutes. But then they just stop playing. After getting this other Rift Herald, winning a fight 4-0, they would just lose. At 21 minutes, Zhao Hao gets a double kill as Anyone's Legend wins a fight 2-1 in the jungle. They then win another fight 2-1 to secure Cloud. At 25 minutes, Zhao Hao would steal the Baron, win a fight 3-0. Zhao Hao with a double to take the objective. They're down 4k, but now they're up 11-9 in kills. Betty is 4-0-6. They would then get a pick, and then at 28 minutes, Anyone's Legend will win a fight 4-1 to end. ZDZ with a double on Fiora. Final score 16-10. Like, you can say, oh, well, that was close. They were ahead for a long time. But if you, probably didn't watch it. That's why you're watching this video. Like, the Shy, SFM, and On just inted their faces off in Games 2 and Game 3. And really, On more so in Game 3. SFM in both of these. The Shy in this one. And I don't know what happened between Game 1 and Game 2 that caused their mental to just go down the toilet. But it was awful. And honestly, I don't know who Weibo plays next. But I would bench one of them, which is that's a tough thing to do. But for Weibo has this inting problem. And the only way to really solve it is to finally do something about it. And, I'm not for benching players, but you have Sword Art on the bench. Maybe you do bench On and you put Sword Art in there. Because On a week ago or two, he got benched because he was struggling. So he does not have the long leash to be able to get away with doing what he was doing. I was disappointed in what SFM was doing because, I'm not surprised the Shy is inting. I'm not surprised he's picking Azir. That is the Shy. But Decade behind him is a solid top laner. So the fact of the matter is, I think that I want to say they play like Team Wii. They might not. I don't remember who they play. If they're not playing somebody super good, honestly, I would bench somebody. I really would. I would just be like, you're out for the series. We have a problem here, and this needs to be addressed. We're not going to put up with it anymore. Because, it was an embarrassing show of, macro and decision-making. So, comment down below. What do you think of these games? What do you think of the Weibo situation? Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Like I said, stay tuned later today for my VCS preview, as well as my sneak peek for tomorrow's games. And thank you for watching.